Speaking of big fish, we got to talk about Kyler Murray, former #1 overall pick of the Arizona Cardinals, and he's working his way back from an ACL injury that he suffered in December. Remember, Murray talked about his recovery over the weekend, and he said he's, quote, taking it one day at a time, close quote. Joy, when I read that quote from Kyler Murray, I got to thinking the Cardinals might want to consider sitting Kyler Murray all season. Now, though I cover the NFL on Saturdays, I also cover college football for Fox. And there is a name that many of you will start to learn a lot more about. Caleb Williams, quarterback of USC, Heisman winner. Remember, the Cardinals hold the Houston Texans' first-round pick, and the Cardinals obviously hold their own first-round pick. That is 2 stabs at a top-flight pick in next year's draft. Kyler Murray, we know he has the talent, but we've always questioned, does he have the leadership? This year's really a wash for the Arizona Cardinals. You got a new head coach. Yeah. You got a quarterback coming off an ACL injury. You got receivers that are injured. You got DeAndre Hopkins has been traded. Zach Ertz is coming off an injury as well. You got a lot of question marks. This season's probably going to be a waste anyway. I'm just thinking the Cardinals have no reason to play Kyler Murray. It makes no sense to me. So, Joy, should the Cardinals consider sitting Kyler all season or no?
I mean, I think they got 160 million guaranteed reasons to play Kyler Murray. I hear you, and conceptually that sounds good, but what if you do all that and you don't get Caleb Williams?
Oh.
We ain't doing that. That doesn't sound good at all. It's like, nobody likes that, which is entirely possible. I mean, what happened with the Texans this year? There's no guarantee you're going to get the #1 overall pick. And Caleb Williams is going #1 overall.
Yes.
He will be the #1 pick.
And
he will be the #1 pick in next year's draft. So you can just go ahead and bet that. He will be there. So unless you have the #1 overall pick, and whoever gets Caleb Williams is not going to care about how many picks you have to try and move into that space. Click anyway, call somebody else. So I don't love the idea of trying to go for that when you have someone that you have paid. Like he signed a 4-year, $230 million year or contract with 160 guarantee that doesn't kick in until next year. So yes, you could in theory move Kyler Murray. Someone will take that contract and Kyler Murray because he's young and he's talented, and the need for quarterback position is as high as it is, but he's been paid. When he's available, I think he's going to play.
Here's my thought, Shady. Like Joyce hit the nail on the head. I think you could move him. There are about 5 to 7 quarterbacks.
You can find a way.
Find a way. Yeah. 5 to 7 quarterbacks, Shady, in my mind that are kind of elder statesmen that I'm ambiguous on. Right. Whether it is Derek Carr, whether it is Matthew Stafford, whether it is Russell Wilson, whether it is Kirk Cousins, whether it's Jimmy G. I know people might not like to hear this, but even Dak Prescott.
Even in Washington,
you won't. Washington, they have decisions up there. There are about 5 to 7 29 to 36-year-old quarterbacks that next year, I don't know what their fate will be. Right. Somebody would want Kyler. But are the Cardinals that somebody? Should they consider sitting him all season, or should they just play?
That's a great question. I'm gonna lean more to the side of the player, as in play him. If he is healthy enough, you got to play him. This is what we sign up for. You know this. Yep. Like, I might be banged, I might be hurt, but if I'm ready to go, I can go. And that's why you pay us. Like you talked about, they have a contract, a big contract. I get it. But in this game, I've learned you can move any deal you want to move. You get a player you want. You talked about Caleb Williams. I had the blessing to meet this young man at dinner last week. And super smart. Oh, my God. So mature. I would love to see him with the Cardinals, right? I'm not a super big fan of little man as in Kyler Murray, right? But I think he's good enough where he has so much talent that a team that needs a quarterback, they say, you know what? I can improve him. We see all the time in the NFL. Guys like Carson Wentz.
Keep getting jobs
because they think that, okay, he's a first-round draft, he has some talent. I could change him. That quarterback didn't do good for him. I could do better for him. So if I'm the Cardinals, I play it out. I let him play, and then depending on what he does, you might move. If your team is losing, right, and you see, oh, we might get this first pick, come on now, because then you can actually bargain the trade you have with the Texans. I don't think Texas is going to be that good this year. They're still young. For future, but you can bargain that draft pick. I learned this from Howie Roseman. Yep. Come on now, and go out there and get your Caleb Williams.
I mean, we don't know when he's going to be back. So if it's towards the end of the season and it's looking like it's desperate, because we don't really have a timeline on when he's going to be back, then maybe you consider playing that tanking game. Also, I mean, it's just awful for fans. It's not really good business to tank for an entire season. We've seen it before, but you also have to program the team out of the mindset and the energy of losing too. Like there are some repercussions to putting yourself in that position. And the Cardinals love to draft a new quarterback. So it's not off the board, but I think you have to be in a position where you're really like, it's toward the end of the season, you're almost rushing him back. But it's like, it's an ACL, you know? You come back from ACLs. It's not
ACL ain't the same no more.
It's not.
No, I mean, I tore my ACL. You see me out here cutting on a dime.
No, seriously.
You can come back.
Yeah.
What dimes have you been
Have you ever worn these heels? You want to trade shoes?
What dimes?
You want to trade shoes?
I haven't seen you
Put them on the table. Let me
I haven't
stop.
seen you cut on one dime.
You see me walking these heels up and down these steps.
The first day you come back, you start hating on my dog.
Yeah.
Yo, look, we had no hating when you was going.
Yeah, nobody was
Don't
hating.
start that now.
Everyone's getting long. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.